Hi, this is Paul again. I've got another video to show you, and I'm calling this CubicWonder in 4 to 8 parallel dimensions. In 2009, I showed how CubicWonder system can rearrange in 4 to 8 parallel dimensions. So I thought I'd better show this video again. So okay, let's go back to this video. Here in part 2, we will start by showing you that the 4 Bucky and 4 Plato cubes are all made up of 8 smaller cubes. I was calling these smaller cubes Chico cubes until I realized that they work in pairs, so I decided to call it a Chico and a Chica. The cube with the green octopiece is the Chico, and the cube with the white octopiece is a Chica. You will find in any of the assemblies, the Chico always goes with a Chica. They're always adjacent to each other. The Chicos don't go together or the Chicas don't go together. It's as if one is positive and the other is negative, or one is male and the other one is female. You will always find the purple tetrapiece is always in the Chico, and the yellow tetrapiece is always in the Chica. One more thing I'd like to add. Notice that your Chico and the Chica transparent cubes are provided with a tongue and a lip. I will give you a quick glimpse of this in a better view and give the cube some color. I've given one cube the color purple and the other cube the color yellow. These are the Chico and Chica color. Notice how they go together. Now let's go back to these 2 cubes with 10 pieces altogether. I want you to see how to form a 40-piece cube. We start by making a copy of the first pair. Now rotate the inside 180 degrees as shown. Make another copy of the 4 cubes as shown. Now we'll rotate these pieces 180 degrees. Actually a Plato 1 cube. You will probably find it easier to rotate the pieces by putting 2 cubes open-ended together. There is an advantage of using the lips and the tongues on these 8 cubes. Once the 8 cubes are set up as shown, they may be interlinked to form any one of the 4 Plato cubes or 4 Bucky cubes without any alterations. Remember, this little toy just started with 2 different shaped pieces. Then we had a small cube of 5 pieces. Then 8 of these small cubes made up a 40-piece cube. These 40-piece cubes then made up a family of 8 cubes. These 8 cubes, 4 Plato and 4 Bucky, are perfectly interrelated in symmetry and balance. Make a larger cube, we always have a Plato cube in the center. If we stack 8 Plato cubes, we get a Bucky cube in the center. When I started studying this new little toy, I only focused on the 40-piece Plato cube with the green and the white octahedron in the center. I ignored the other 3 octahedrons that could form the center also. It was only after looking at different theories on YouTube about the possibility of different 3 dimensions in space that I thought it's time to bring back these octahedrons. Some of the top physicists say there is at least 11 dimensions and parallel universes. Maybe this little toy is a good demonstration of that theory. There is something else I'd like to add. In the ancient scriptures, they describe the Merkaba as a chariot going from one dimension to another. Let's take a look. Notice that the Merkaba doesn't change in either of the assemblies. It could be dimensions also. Now check this out. The Merkaba will keep on growing by 8 times its size. I'll fade out a portion of the assembly to show you. Now we have 4 beautiful Merkabas. Now I'll fade out the Merkaba and just leave the octahedrons. Now I'll bring back the pieces I took away to make the macabre. We now have another assembly of beautiful symmetry. I think you could fit a perfect cube octahedron in the center that look like fractal assemblies. This name was given by Professor Mandelbrot. We now show 4 purple fractal assemblies, so I guess they can be called Chico fractals. Now I will bring in the 4 yellow fractal assemblies, so these can be called Chica fractals. Look how these pairs duel together so perfectly. Now we have seen what just 2 different shaped pieces can do, and how a pair of cubes of CubicWonder Chica can be arranged to make 40-piece assemblies in 8 different cube arrangements. And these 40-piece cube arrangements can be stacked by 8 to make larger cubes with shapes that increase in size 8 times. This brings us to the end of part 2. I hope you look for part 3 because I still have a lot of discoveries that I haven't showed you. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it a day now. So this is Paul saying thank you very much for watching my video.